Robbie C. Disc Golf, attempting something never done in the history of the game. His entire card elected to throw drivers, and Robbie has selected a putter. Can he execute this shot without declaring that he chose a putter, thus rubbing it in the face of his card? Let's see how it plays out.
Dang, dude, that was a crush.
I mean, he's not wrong. I absolutely demolished that disc. I gotta let my boys know what's up. Stay humble, stay humble. Psych! You ain't humble. You're the next Paul Macbeth.
It was a putter.
What's up, YouTube fam? Robbie C here, and this week we're going to talk about probably one of the questions I receive more than anything else. How do I cross through this plateau? I believe for beginners, there is one thing you can do to start fixing most any plateau that you currently find yourself on. Using this solution can not only help you blast through the current plateau you find yourself on, but it's going to grant you confidence in a way that few other things in disc golf can. But before we dive into that, I just want to say once again how much of an honor it is to be able to create content for each and every one of you. It is a personal goal of mine to help as many people as possible reach their best disc golf. So if you're not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you like what we're doing here, then hit that like button as well. It would mean a lot to me and help support the channel. I'm sure you're wondering,
Robbie, please let me know, what is the cure-all solution?
I believe the best thing you can do to blast through most plateaus in the disc golf game is putter-only rounds. Learning how to throw putters and spending rounds just using putters is going to increase your game in a dramatic fashion. There are three major benefits to playing putter-only rounds, and I want to share each of them with you. The first benefit is diagnosis. Whenever I'm feeling down and out of it, like I have a runny nose or headaches persisting over and over and over again, my wife will often tell me I need to go see a doctor. But you know what I don't do? Go see a doctor. Because I'm stubborn and foolish. Anyone else out there like me? Let me know in the comments below. I believe the best doctor for diagnosing what is wrong with not only your game, but your form specifically, is throwing putters. Drivers do a really good job at hiding so many flaws in your game. They do a great job of exposing if you're throwing the disc nose up or not, but that's about it. Everything else a driver does is hide what you are currently doing wrong. And trying to throw max distance with drivers when you really don't have the arm speed to throw them can create absolutely terrible habits, but we'll get into that later. Putters usually top out at a max of 3 or 4 speed. What that means is that in order to get a putter to fly like it's supposed to, we really don't need that much arm speed, arm strength, or general proficiency within the game. Whether you naturally release things on hyzer, anhyzer, or flat, a putter is going to highlight this in an extreme way. When we learn what our natural tendencies are, we can start correcting them. But until we know what those natural tendencies are, a driver or even certain mid-ranges are going to hide this a lot. When you go to the doctor, they diagnose you and give you a prescription to help make you better. We can't give you any prescriptions until we understand what is currently going on within your game. And nothing is going to highlight this better than putters. Some of you may be saying, Robbie, I know my problem. I just don't throw very far. And if I throw putters, then I'm definitely not going to be throwing very far. Which brings me to our second benefit, practicing your upshots. During this month's putter-only round, I came across several par 4s. And I'm going to be honest with you, because my name doesn't rhyme with Barrett Berthy, I can't throw putters 600 feet. Honestly, I can't throw anything 600 feet. And I'm like super okay with that. Because I couldn't bite off the entire hole in one shot, I had to know that I was going to be throwing upshots regardless. Even on some longer par 3s like 350 feet or 380 feet. I still don't believe that I can throw a putter that entire distance. And that's once again perfectly okay. Since I'm not trying to drive the entire hole in one shot, I now set myself up with the opportunity to throw into my comfort circle over and over again on most holes. If I'm being realistic, any hole over 280 feet, I immediately took birdie out of the question. I was super content with my par, and my new goal became I wanted my par putts to be 10 feet and in. A specific shot that I see people try to throw all the time is a forehand upshot. And lots of people have to use super overstable fairway drivers and distance drivers for this because they haven't really taught themselves a proper forehand. When you step into a putter only round, you might have to throw some forehands, and because putters are all you have available, you're going to have to teach yourself a proper forehand using putters. If you want some of my tips on how to throw forehands, then head over here, get your reward, and check out what I would say when you're trying to learn a forehand, especially with throwing putters. Another beautiful way to approach this is that when you start looking at shorter holes, because you've practiced your upshots, you can even view a shorter hole as essentially a glorified upshot. The more we practice our upshots, the more we are going to gain confidence. Which brings us to our third and final benefit, which is exactly that. Confidence. I'm going to be 100% transparent with you guys. Not that I'm ever trying to hide anything. I get a message from a new person every single day talking about how they want to sell their discs and walk away from the game. And y'all, it makes me so sad to hear that. When I start talking to them and asking what's going on, it usually comes from a season of bad round after bad round. They just feel like they have no confidence, they have no skill in this game, and that they're putting nothing together. And if that's you right now, I just want to take a moment to talk to you. That's right, I'm gonna forget literally everyone else because I'm here for you. If there is anything I can do to help your game, and I really don't care about money or anything like that, I just want to see you really fall in love with this game as much as I do. There is so much fun to be had, and this is one of the best communities in the world. So let us rally alongside you, and let's help find that love for the game once again. So why do I think that putter only rounds give so much confidence? Well, it might be a little bit of a twisted idea, but it's worked really well for me and actually goes back to the intro for this video. A putter being used on the course outside of the green gives an extreme sense of confidence because it comes with the least amount of expectations of any other disc in your bag. When you pick up a putter and you throw it, you expect it to go X amount of distance. This number changes for literally everyone, and I'll never forget watching this video with Paul and Brody, where Paul talks about throwing putters 400 feet. I thought to myself, what must it be like to be a god among men? Mere mortals do not throw putters 400 feet, and that's totally okay. If you are playing and you throw your putter farther than you thought, or you throw your putter and you think to yourself, that was a bomb, there is an overwhelming sense of confidence and accomplishment that comes over you that you will never find when you throw your drivers. I'm gonna say 90% of the time. And like we talked about earlier, you don't really have to throw them that hard because they're lower speed discs, which means they require a lot less to get up to their full potential and fly like they're supposed to fly. But why I really think that you're gonna gain confidence is not because of any of that. It's the other side of this coin. When you play a putter only round, odds are you're going to be making less decisions because you're using less discs, and you may or may not surprise yourself with how you score. If you score really well, you can get in the car and be like, oh man, look at me, I'm so good at this game. I just scored this throwing putters only. Whoop, 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 whoop. But if it doesn't go very well, you can get in the car and say, well, I just used putters. It wasn't supposed to go very well. Hakuna Matata! When I see someone struggling with a game, the first and only thing I will push them towards is a putter only round. I absolutely love throwing putters, and if I can find a putter line on a hole, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to take that opportunity. And if I can make a pig work for that hole, I'm definitely going to be taking that opportunity. One of my favorite opportunities this year has been the creation of the Birdie Fam. The Birdie Fam is a community of disc golfers who want to get better. Each member of the Birdie Fam gets a form critique to help them look at the problems that we might see in a putter only round. We celebrate our wins together and we learn from our losses together. If you would like to join this amazing community, head down to the description below and check out how you can become part of the Birdie Fam. I hope you have a legendary week and start having some incredible putter only rounds so that you put yourself on the green and can look at your card and say, for now, I'm gonna leave you with the birdie.